at all this damage! And we're gonna repair it using Flex Shot.
Next shot.
Enough of that. Go away, Daniel.
I got drink.
Oh, you're going to get it now.
All right, back into it. I legitimately have no idea who's going to win this game, which is pretty sick considering we're 50 minutes in. I'm also glad that I can't remember who posted the rec because that would tell me who won.
That's hot.
That's it, Will Smith. You're banned from Age of Empires 2 for 10 years. Flem's going to get another forward treb. This one's set up on the hill. Love it. Loving this trebuchet here. I just want... where's its friends? Sure, we've got Jimmy the Treb. Where's Gregory and Stevie and Brian? They want to join. I wonder if losing this castle is going to snowball into a loss for Umdoiter. There's not a lot protecting all this eco back here. Reckon Flynn doesn't know he's missing ballistics at this point. It's hurting him an awful lot, too. If he has to take any engagement, it'll get real bad if he doesn't have a meat shield. If he has a meat shield, it won't be terrible because units are stationary while they fight. But as soon as the meat shield dies, like, you want to be sniping units before and as they get to your meat shield, ideally. Instead, they soak way too many shots. Like, look how long it takes to kill them. Desperately needs ballistic. Ballistics would win this game for Flem here. Flem's throwing the game. Half of his units aren't fighting. And he doesn't have ballistics. Umdoiter's gonna swat. Oh, this is looking so bad all of a sudden. I'm liking this for Umdoiter. If I'm Umdoiter, I'm so happy with what just happened. I'm thinking I just found my way back in. Get ballistics! Oh my gosh. Yeah, the other thing is that we have 150 workers for Umdoiter. You lose 30 villagers, it's just, you're still going to have a fully functioning eco. And Umdoiter is going to sneak some stables down in the south. I saw the orange on the mini-map. Still no ballistics for Flem. Do we have a university? We do have a university, we just don't have ballistics. The other thing Flem can do at this point is definitely get into Hussar. Or at least light cav raids. Do we have +4? No, wait, is that +4? Yeah, we have +4. Yeah, light cav raids. Just send them. Just go full send. Those trebuchets would have been nice to save. They both keep tossing units for nothing and then running away. Also, this is like fairly visible, isn't it not? Like, go. Attack. Attack. Just send all of you. Go. Flem's going to remass here in the center. And it is going to be a... We've got nothing in the queue. Flem's queue is empty and he does not pop out. We've got 3 camels and a villager in queue. That's it. No Bosaw for oh my goodness. Umdoiter's missing ballistics too, but that matters way less. We don't have ranged units. Means we're not going Chukanoos at least. The Howl Flood's getting real light cav raids from the Chinese in the south. Both players nailing the market now as they noticed that wood was available at a good price. Basically at the exact same time. Maybe figuring out that gold is basically off the map at this point. Huge raid coming in from Flem. Potential for some solid engagements for Flem. Flem is still wide open and it's going to pay. It's going to kill him here. The raids from Umdoiter are going to win this game, guys. Flem's down under 100 villagers, 150 pop. Umdoider's still up around 180, 190. Oh, send these to the north! So many villagers! Ballistics in for Flem, by the way. I don't know when, but Ballistics is in now. Big Halb ram push in the center. Flem clearing up the light cav raids with his own light cav. This is definitely the game of only bans so far. This is the best game we've seen so far, even though it's not no 2Ks involved. This is the by far the fairest, best fight we've had so far, guys. What a game this is. I still can't tell if Umdoider's going to complete this comeback or if Flem's going to finish him off. Flem is remassing where Umdoider is about to push. That might actually kill Umdoider. If Flem goes forwards and just sends it right now. Umdoider, both players down under 90 vills. Flem's got 70 military out. Umdoider's got 90, but very similar pop counts at the moment. What a game. Players do not... This is a one-game elimination qualifier. And so players know that they lose this, they're out of the whole tournament. And boy, does that make for exciting games like this when players do not want to give up. They're going to just absolutely pour it on here. So many siege rams. 5 siege rams. The light cav. How many light cav does it take to kill 20 halbs? We've got heavy camels swooping in to try and snipe the repair bills. This is a mission critical castle for Flem. He really can't afford to lose this. It's protecting so much economy. And down it goes. Surely in just a moment. Flem runs out of stone, runs out of military. Flem just 3 army out. Umdoider with 100. 200 pop for Umdoider. 100 for Flem. And falling. And Umdoider's big late game push here at an hour and 1 minute. Looks like it's going to take this game. Wow. Best game of only bans so far. That was a fun one to cast. Boy, when you get to a point of the game where you're just saying what's happening and it is inherently exciting, is that ever like one of the best things as a caster in Age of Empires 2? This was one of my favorite games I've casted in a long time. Look at the APM swings. Wow. And I think we just need to like sit in silence for a moment and absorb just how good of a game this was between a 1450 and a 1650. Solid entertainment value there. Flem seemed like he didn't know Verbers. I think he just forgot. Honestly, I think if he got ballistics a little bit earlier, it would have made a huge difference. Guys, we have some amazing players signed up for this tournament. I'm going to run through the list of players that we have signed up. I'll run through our top 32 players, okay? This is not in order of seed. I'm going to read them at random so you guys know. This is not in the order that they're seeded, okay? We've got Dogao, Classic Pro, Jordan, Velez, Miguel, Vinchester, Dragonstar, Yo, Tato, Fire, Backed, Song Song, ACCM, Vivi, Emil, Margot, Doubt, Kongan, Husiel, Dark Noob, Freaking Andy, Black, King Boo, Kazva, Salette, Yasin, Blackheart, Dr. Cosmonaut, Survivalist, Ubetnir, Nilly, and Ozone are our top 32 players in this tournament. The final main event bracket has not been released yet, Vidar. We haven't released the final rankings beyond the... we've not released the final seedings yet. But the brackets are available for the qualifiers. So if you type ! brackets, that should bring in the... No, it's not one bracket. So what's currently happening is the bottom 4 ranked players, which are Survivalist, Ubetnir, Nilly, and Ozone, are the bottom 4 of the top 32 players. They are relegated to play-in matches for those 4 spots. The qualifiers that we're currently holding, there will be 4 players left at the end of the qualifiers that will play those 4 players in the play-ins for the main tournament. And that is the current plan. The reason I'm not competing 100 bagger is because I am hosting and admitting the tournament. If Flem tech swords instead of camels when he saw Hobbs, he probably would have won, in my opinion. Very possible. We do have more games, guys. I'm going to get as many of these in as I can. I do have food that I want to eat, though. You guys mind if I eat food before I cast the next one? Is through to the round of 32 in the qualifiers, Darth Adgegoth. Exerceps dropping a tier 2 sub. Thanks, 100 Bagger. Here, maybe I'll get the next game started. You guys got some age to watch. Oh, I'm chomping. What is next? Whoops. No. What is next? Straggler Tree. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Straggler Tree. Is that this one? No. Did I not get it out? Versus Ween Binchester or something? Let the man eat. He will need the energy for casting. Okay, well, registration's closed. Why not have this ready? Oh, it is right there. I didn't put it in the folder, derp. I derped. I'm sorry, Chad, I derped. I'm de-derping right now. You have falafel juice on your stash. Oh, God. Thank you. Thanks, chat. You're the best. Who is it? Straggler Tree and Ween Dinchester. There it is. All right. I got it. Okay. I'm going to go off mic while I chomp this.
Hawk.
Kumante.
Hole.
Queen.
But nay.
There, is that better? Green and purple are the coolest colors anyways. Then green looks bad on the map. Yellow and purple. There we go. Dude, chat, thanks for sticking with me while I got my lunch in me. That was the first thing I ate today. I saw the drush coming out from the Aztec player, which is to be expected. Drush is a really common technique from the Aztecs, and they're going to hit the berries, which is really nice.
Kumante.
One thing worth mentioning is that we have two civilizations that have really strong economies. We've got the Aztecs, which have extra carrying capacity on their villagers. And we've got the Vikings, which have free wheelbarrow and handcart. They don't even need to research it, so it's like a huge, massive like villager advantage. I'll grab the elos for you right now. I recall Straggler Tree being like a 1200. Let me double check. Straggler Tree is a 1325. And the other player, Ween Dinchester, is a 1750. So another 400 elo split. Chad, that was the first thing he ate today. Someone please send the man more food in 3.5 hours when the app allows. It's inexpensive and ensures he has energy to cast forever. Yo, I appreciate it, Sean, but I actually don't think it's that inexpensive. It's pretty fucking expensive, to be honest. But it's really appreciated. Delivery fees are not great. And now I've got baklava. By the way, what Sean ordered me was a falafel wrap that had cucumbers, lettuce, tomatoes, I think olives, pickles, turnips. Like literally just a giant pile of vegetables. It's probably like one of the more healthy fast food options there is. So there's a thing below the stream called Treat Stream where people can send me food and use that. Olive, pickles, turnips. It's delicious, Darth. Trust me. It goes so good with the sauce and hummus. I don't know. I'm a crazy person. I just pack it with all of the vegetables. But that's literally like so nourishing without like being bad. Plus it's one of the very few like indulgent foods I can eat without getting heartburn. So I'm loving Straggler Tree's walling. He's gonna have to deal with 2 range archers in a moment. We do have a pair of archers in queue. Interesting watching the this player slowly add villagers to gold. Brad, before the game's picked up, can I ask what products, if any, you use on your beard? I use a brand called Viking Revolution. Here's what I'll say is that you're probably gonna have to search around for your own brand because they all use different like mixtures and concentrations of the stuff. You got to find one that your skin is happy with. For me, it was Viking Revolution, and I use beard wash, beard conditioner. I comb and brush my beard every day, and I use beard oil and beard balm. Don't promote products that don't sponsor you. Yo, I should go to a company and ask for a beard sponsorship. Yeah, everything's Viking Revolution. I use their peppermint. My beard always smells like mint in the mornings. And then I put either the lady likes clarion sage scent is her favorite. I'm partial to the bay rum. Still asking for Grathbong merch. Their sandalwood is really good, Darth Adjgot. They have their sandalwood beard balm is one of the best smelling beard products I've ever used, even though I'm not a big fan of that particular scent. Get the Viking Civ to sponsor. Not a beardy guy, but I could imagine beard stuff is even more expensive than hair stuff for women. Yeah, I have a little tub of stuff that's like this big and this wide around, and it costs $60. And you're like, but Grath, why don't you just use regular soap? Regular soap strips the oils off my face and makes it react and break out and get dry and I have beard dandruff. This is the only thing that there's like 3 or 4 different things I've used that get rid of the beard dandruff. Oh, is this a 420 stream? Friendly stream? Yes, it is! I'm Canadian, motherfucker! Facial hair is makeup for men. Yeah, it's about right. I want to thank everybody that's donated to the prize pool. We're at $1,369. If we hit 2K, is it 2K or 3K? If we hit 2K, then we get upgraded to an A tier tournament, I believe. Which would be amazing. $51 missing for $1,420. These archers have been patiently plucking away at this palisade, and then they're going to find out that there's a second layer of it waiting behind. Really well played by Straggler Tree, who even had the gall to sit there and take wood the entire time the archers were working their way in. The one issue they're going to have is they do not have safe wood to take anymore. This is the last thing they're going to be able to build. I actually think that I would take all of my vills and send them to gold and try and get that second stable down. 100 baggers dropping a prime. Thank you very much. $6,969. We get S tier. Yep. Definitely. With all the players that are already signed up. People are criticizing this lumber camp, but you know what? I think this lumber camp is a brave lumber camp. You know, someone has to make lumber camps that are 5 tiles away from wood. Otherwise, none of us ever will. Look, Straggler Tree needed wood. He didn't care where he got it, okay? He needed the wood. Personally, I think he's done pretty good. Now we can crank 2 stable knights. Crank. Do we have +2 coming in? We got +1. Can't afford +2. Didn't get enough on gold. That's why these villagers... Okay, so Straggler Tree. One huge adjustment you can make to this build order is send lots of villages to gold. As soon as you hit Castle Age, take villagers off to gold and get back to 10 on wood. Oh, no! Archers break through. Knights are going to have to come over and defend this. The archers don't care if they die. Their only purpose in life is to kill villagers, and they're going to get at least 1, maybe 2 before the knights are able to clean them up. Another batch of archers is going to come in. If Ween Dinchester piles this on, they could potentially clean these knights up with these archers. Did I see a +2 click? No +2 click. Too bad we didn't take that on the uphill. That would have made a huge difference. Or if we had just masked up a little bit more. In this particular case, it would have made a huge difference, Sir Buckles. Like four knights with +2 would have wiped out. Like feudal archers just died of +2 knights. Even like, but the thing is, if he had just saved up enough, see what I mean? Like he literally just needed to get to like 2 more knights than he had in the initial engagement. And now instead he would have had like 7 to 8 knights and could go forwards and pressure much better. We could still go forwards, but it's not going to be as nice as if we had like all 8 of our knights, 9 of our knights that we'd made already. I also do not like this adding a town center thing. We have had damage done to us. We need to do damage to the opponent to correspond to that. This should be a forward siege workshop, in my opinion. We're up against the Vikings. We're up against the Aztecs. Like anything they make, we're not going to want to be converting. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. There's basically no situation where you go monks against a Mesosiv, unless it's to try and convert. It's open. Oh, Straggler's gonna get it on the 1700 and hit the drums because it's about to be chaos in the back of Ween Dinchester's base. Pog champ. The Eagles are going to be forced back. This is a huge win for Straggler Tree. All he's got to do is clean up some vills. Oh, he's just sitting still though. Why did he go Viking Knights? Mobility. 100 beggar. The bloodlines, lack of bloodlines, like, so Vikings don't get bloodlines, so they don't have full HP knights compared to other civs. But Aztecs don't get knights at all, so it's not as big of a deal as you'd think, probably. Yep, he didn't do enough. He didn't do damage. Imagine if those knights had done damage. He could still be sitting on the main goal, too, and preventing that. The one thing that is nice is that we've absolutely justified adding these town centers because of the amount of time we bought. And our opponent is on 1 TC and we're going to be 3 TC. So now we've forced ourselves, we forced our opponent to have to be aggressive. And I think we just keep going with these. Like, why stop? We're still, yeah, this is great. Pick off another pair of vills. Oh, quick walls from the villagers. And very importantly, the 1700 has a converted knight that can be absolutely massive in going out and picking off mangonels. Someone say baklava? Straggler really needs something versus the Eagles now, though. Yeah, I don't think the Knights are going to hold out. There's too many Eagles out on the field. We've got, what is it? 20 Eagles, 10 more in queue versus 4 Knights. So we need to get Berserks, if I recall correctly, have bonus damage against Eagles. So maybe dropping a castle is in Straggler Tree's interest. Let's oversaturate that stone. One thing that lower elo players seem very disinclined to do is go nuts. Is when you need a specific resources, they never seem to like want to do things like grab every villager and send it to stone and ignore other resources. Like, sometimes you need to do stuff like that to balance your eco properly based on what you should have done or should have been doing when you found out something via your scouting. In this case, I think we're just a few seconds away from the game being over, given that this is open and this is 20 upgraded Eagles. 30 upgraded Eagles. All these Knights are going to die. Dead Knights are abound in a moment. Well, they're going to run away. Good micro from Straggler Tree. Quick walls going down. Ooh, we still are open. This is open right now. There it is. Okay. Is that open? I don't know. Queen Dinchester picking themselves up some knights left and right. And the fight is getting worse and worse and worse for Straggler Tree here, who actually has the villager lead, might I add. +2 on the armor kicks in on the Eagles. They'll be set for diving TCs. I think Ween Dinchester sees a break-in imminent. Also going to help against the fight against the Knights. Remember to try and prioritize attack against melee units, guys. If you're in a melee fight, you want to prioritize your attack. Because you increase DPS by increasing attack. You don't increase DPS by increasing your armor. We've got some internal vills now thanks to these conversions. You need 10 Eagles to kill TC, but you need a lot of time to do it. Rams getting added by Ween Dinchester. Where's the 4 Siege Workshop? Right in the middle. A piece of advice that stuck with me for a very, very long time, and I've seen confirmed numerous times today, is in terms of Siege Workshop location, you put the square on the middle of the map, in the mini-map. You put the square in the middle of the map, and then find a hill, and then just put the Siege Workshop into a relic on one of those hills in the center. And I've seen it over and over and over again from the high elo opponents. The pressure is kicking up against Straggler Tree, but I don't think they're out of it yet. Look at the knight numbers. We've got 15 knights. Now it's just how many Eagles are in any one given location. Oh, that's going to get busted down in a second. Ooh, they're idling. And Purple won this fight. Purple won this fight down here. Maybe they can clean this. Oh, we lost so many vills there. So many vills were picked off under the TC. Ooh, gelatos are in play. We may have gelato warriors about to come out here as we have a conversion on one of the stables. And gelatos are in queue. Grats salutes in Ween Dinchester for the gelato warriors. Gelato in to G. GG Straggler Tree, you definitely put up a hell of a fight. Yo, the low elos are freaking wrecking. They are doing so good relative to how I thought they would do. Honestly, I was expecting a whole bunch of like quick games and field deaths. We've had multiple games go like 30, 40 minutes. It's been really good. It's got to be good experience. People want stats on the gelato. We've got +2 attack. Seconds between attacks, 1.8. Base accuracy, 100%. Melee, pierce armor. They have pierce armor. They have mobility. Don't forget. There is use in these technically, sort of. Not really. Not really. A terrible first tourney game. Dude, OG Straggler Tree. Fuck no. This was, you played great, buddy. I'm actually like totally serious. Like very, very impressed with the play. Oh, that's a tier 3 from, who is that? From Mysterious Stranger. Thank you very much, Tissue Paper Cat Matt. Mysterious Stranger's real name. Yeah. Thank you so much. This is day 1, guys. It's really nice when you have lots of games back to back to back to cast. This is like one of my favorite things. I don't have to think or do anything. It's just like wreck, bam, wreck, bam, wreck, bam. Just content. TNG, the best Star Wars series. It's very true.
Mr. Crusher, set course for Starbase A. Gene, you're adorable. B, you're so beautiful. C, you're a cutie full of charm. D, you're a darling, and E, you're exciting, and F, you're a feather in my arms. G, you look good to me. H, you're so heavenly. I, you're the one I idolize. J, we're like Jack and
What are you watching?
K, you're so kissable. L is the love light in your eyes.
It's okay. It's dead.
Let's take a peek at some of the stats from this game. Yo, Straggler Tree, look at your EAPM. Here's when you see this, when you play a higher elo opponent and you see your APM spikes follow their APM spikes, you should feel confident that you are doing close to the correct thing. Right? Because it means you're playing the game the same way.
Excuse me for 1 second. Was wonderful.
Like I see the same priority being given to
Yes, I should be.
military and eco.
What is happening in there?
So then you look at this and you should see
Aurora
decision making.
Borealis.
Oh my
At
god.
this time of year, at this
This
time
baklava
of
is so
day,
good.
in this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen.
Yes.
May I see it?
No.
That's some of the wackest logic I've heard in a while. Really? That players with similar EAPM are likely going through similar tasks in terms of focus on macro versus micro? That's what I'm getting at, Purge. It's showing players reacting. So then it's just, what I'm getting at is that decision making. Yes, Strode, but my point is that you are correct that it's not a direct correlation, but looking at this game and the way that this game is played and knowing how this game went, and then correlating that with how the APM chart spikes and the similarity in spikes between players, it should give you the impression that the reason that Straggler Tree lost this game was not because they were not making decisions fast enough. It was not because they were not making units fast enough or adding economy fast enough. It was simply because they were doing the wrong things. That is the point I'm trying to make. Person asking about the thing that you see, it's called Capture Age. There's a free version available. It's super helpful and useful. I highly recommend paying for the full version if you are a streamer. You will definitely get your value out of it through that, simply because you can go back in time to any part of the game. This is also really nice for if you're doing it yourself, because you can go and be like, oh, what happened like at this, where is it? What was this APM spike? What happened here? What were the players doing? So it's like, oh, they were microing, like it was all this micro that was happening. That was when both players spiked their APM. Cool, right? So Capture Age is great. We do have more only bans, guys. There's more games. We've got at least Gustav I have no idea how to pronounce it. Ophir? Gustav Ophir versus Billy Deckers. And I gotta open it up in the actual game. One moment. How much is Capture Age Pro? It's a subscription. I think it's like £6 a month, €6 a month, something like that. Could be less. I don't take me at my word. Gustav Ophir versus Billy Deckers begins right now. How's red and pink for the colorblind folks? Too close? Gustav or Nell? Thank you. Strode, when is your game so we can all point out your glaring flaws? Don't worry, OG Straggler Tree. We all rip on Strode for being a jerk. It's fine. He's aware of the jerk that he is. Just accept that the one guy, that he's the guy that's going to be a jerk, and then you have to be frustrated because he's usually right. For your colorblind brother, pink appears gray. All right, we'll switch that out to white. Does that work? Tissues dropping 51 bucks.
Tipped $51. 420.
We are now at $1,420. Much appreciated. Let me get the players' elos here. So Gustav is a 1692. Billy Deckers is a 1422. So we actually have another like 250 elo gap spread. So we might have another close game. We had Flem almost pull off the upset earlier. Let's see if Billy Deckers can do it here. Your current elo is 1744. Okay. I realized that there were a lot of games that were happening today and yesterday, and I just want to apologize to everybody that might have been hoping to have their game casted live. I pulled my back on my rowing machine like 4 days ago, and then my foot slipped out and I re-injured it. And I had a friend like sit on my back and try and like pressure out, and I think I actually made it worse doing all that. And I spent all day yesterday basically like whenever I managed to stand for a few minutes here and there, but I was mostly just like laying on my back, like flopping around, being like, oh. It's pretty brutal. So just so you know why there was what the deal with that is, why the games weren't cast live. I never said that we were going to try and get all the qualifier games in. There's so many of them, but I'm going to try to get all the qualifier games casted. I feel like that's the very least I could do for getting people to spend their time on the tournament and make the tournament happen by participating. Birchfin versus Strode would have been a fun game. Oh, the trash talk. The trash talk. So Gustav is going to be playing as the Bulgarians in red in the north. We've got berries on the front. And this is absolutely a hideous hill. What is this hill? Gustav's TC is in the center of a crater. What the heck? Oh my god, this is just as bad. It's slightly not as bad, but my god, that's absolutely horrid. Wish I had a friend who would sit on me. They sat on my spine. Gustav's TC was the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs. Gray's map looks worse. I disagree. Gray has 2 wood lines in the front of their base. Red is open. Red has 4 wood lines though. You can wall like that. Yeah, I think red actually does have a nice base. Main gold and stone at the back. Versus main gold and main stone at the front. Berries at the back. Yeah, Walter, it's pretty terrible. Like good luck walling that too, right? We've got Portuguese versus Bulgarians. So Bulgarians, it's all out, man. That almost feels like a man. This is a pretty rough matchup in favor of Billy Deckers. This is a sick matchup. Yeah. I feel like the Portuguese player might be a bit disadvantaged Strode. But you should go straight archers here as the Portuguese player. We got a little bit of a funnel setup. Not crazy about that. This feels like super exposed. This, if we can get this walled in mid-late castle age, it might be really nice for the late game. Yeah, well, we didn't have a drush come out from the Portuguese player there, Strode. It would have made a lot of sense, too, with the berries on the front. I seem to recall a long time ago, I have no idea if this still applies to current meta, someone saying that if you see berries on the front, you should almost always drush. The only time you don't drush is if you're planning on powering. I think mainly because it's so hard to wall forward berries early. Players are trading scout shots. Ooh, Billy Deckers might get the upper hand here. Oh, a quick gate would have been sick. And Billy Deckers is going to get away with the win on that. That could be big if we have any kind of skirm play that comes in, although that's basically like a dead scout anyways at like 4 HP. Always drush in general. 22 pop men at arms, so looks like Gustav might be going for a little bit of a I don't want to say meme play. But we've got all in feudal, I think, is the play here from Gustav. And we're gonna have 3, 4, 5 men at arms coming in. Can you wait? You can do 5 men at arms instead of men at arms scouts. You can go men at arms archers with 5 men at arms as the Bulgarians, right? If you do a regular men at arms build. And then we're gonna go 2 range archers behind this, and then you transition into CA and Castle Age. That is beastly, man. Yeah, Strode. No, it makes the 2 ranges and Smith make perfect sense with the 5 men at arms because you know you're gonna be like full, like your strong commit to feudal. Super strong feudal play here from Gustav, who wants to, I think, capitalize early on this elo advantage they have and not give their opponent time to set up. Yep, with the walls not down, this is paying off massively. All of this walling and re-walling and everything is only to save 3 villagers, so it might actually even be a little bit wasteful. Archers are out. Men-at-arms are going to try and swarm the archers. Good micro from Billy Deckers. We've got more units coming forwards in this open. This needed to be re-walled already, and now we're going to have a batch of archers inside. Be nice to see one of them come and sit here. We do not have skirms coming out. We have more archers coming out from Gustav. Wait, where's... There's our 2 archers from Billy Deckers. TC idle time for Billy Deckers is 3 minutes to 1.5 minutes from Gustav. So Gustav had some idle time, but basically like banked on the fact that they'd be able to cause more than it... Okay. All right. And I kind of like that we're going to focus down one of the two ranges. Fletching is in for Gustav, by the way. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that red isn't pressuring this goal. Like, one archer here and gray is just dead. Instead, we're actually managing to get enough archers that we might be able to counter this. 6 to 10 is pretty bad, though. Is that archer even going to make it out? Barely. So reminder, we do not have fleshing for gray. Gustav does. This is looking GG now all of a sudden. The all-in feudal could be about to pay off hard. Why wasn't there a tower thrown down from Billy Deckers on that gold during that whole exchange? It was so long. I kind of want to try this strat, I'm not going to lie. Just do a regular men-at-arms archers build with the Bulgarians, but make 5 men-at-arms and then go all in on 2 range archers. Sounds scary as heck. As Strode points out, it's not even all-in feudal. It's just really, really strong feudal. Look at the food. You've already got 4 farms going down, and we're already dropping farms. You can cut off archer production or drop archer production to 1 range and get your farms down. More solid micro from Billy Deckers. Billy Deckers showing how to get it done, but it's not enough against the numbers that Gustav had. And Gustav can micro too. Now the man-at-arms are in on the Woodvilles. Billy Deckers calls GG. Good luck next. Well played by Billy Deckers. Certainly a great one to look at. And well played. Yo, we're getting some really solid games from these big ELO split games. Way better than I thought that we were going to get. What I honestly thought, guys, is I'd be sitting around here joking and doing like fake casting. Like, hey, look, it's Lubov and Jeff. Wow, that's a great game, Grath. Are you ever going to get us off our... You told me to wake up at 6 a.m. I've been awake since 6 a.m. Shut up, Jeff. You're awake at 6 a.m. every day. God damn it. Yeah, so what? How else am I supposed to prepare my wizard coffee for the morning? You're a wizard. You don't need f***ing coffee. God. $8 p.m. that game was firmly in favor of Gustav throughout. In the 19-6 KD. Well played by Gustav, who is through to the round of 32. I wonder if my text editor will work. Hold on. I want to test. This is a test. This is a test. All right. And then I can do my fancy winner. Gustav. Age. This is what you need. At the end of the game, you need like a big shield that comes up and says, "Just get win." Or capture age. Where is this? Like, let me ask you this question. This is what you see when you win in capture age, right? For a caster. Why don't you have a casting mode turned on that makes just like a little cheesy animation that pops up and does that? Wouldn't that be nice? I don't know. What do I know? What do I know? Really enjoying casting only bands today. Do we have any other games to cast? Ooh. Capture age professional man. It is. It's great. It could be slightly better. That's all. I'm gonna see if we have any more games. We might have some round of 32 games.
Emotional, damn it.
BBB 1 2 3 4 5 6. Nope. We casted that. Casted that one. Wisenatic we casted. This hasn't been played yet. That hasn't been played yet. Just casted. Siscan versus Jonathan hasn't been played. That's an admin win. Casted. Uzi versus Maxo we casted. Admin win. Casted that one. Casted that one. Admin win. We have someone that messaged a minute ago. We have Newbie on the loose versus Ziver Nahuel. We'll see if they might be about to play. Umdeuter versus Flem was casted. Ooh, Dark Adam versus Doping Positivo hasn't happened yet. We got Bangudi versus Hoyo Hoyo hasn't happened. Strode versus Yo-Yo Dude hasn't happened. We've got the Jake versus Aptinodite versus scheduled for Sunday. Toady versus Jacredible. Is 1900 GMT on Saturday. Wait, that should have just happened. Vladishek versus Big Boss Boy. Looks like we got a bunch of games scheduled for tomorrow. And we got Laurie versus Lucas Dukas, which may still be happening. I'm going to try and hop into that one right now. Let me see if I can get that to happen. Yeah, I think we're gonna get this one, guys. Yeah, we are. We're gonna cast the full game by the gateway, guys. We're not gonna zip through. We'll cast the full game. Lucas Dukas, this is somewhat live. This is just a few minutes behind live. This is being played right this second. Lucas Dukas is going to be in the Northwest in teal, playing as the Portuguese. Laurie is going to be in East in red, playing as the Aztecs. Yeah, am I crazy, or does random seem to be picking the same like 9 civs over and over again? We've seen Portuguese, Aztecs, God, Persians, like multiple times already. I swear to God, the game prefers certain civilizations in random. I'm going to eat the other half of this baklava. We may also have a round of 32 game coming up in a bit. I'm going to message my friend who wants to know if I'm going to be hanging out with him later today. Why we need the random? Random is not full random. It says so right in the game. Maybe I should have wheeled all the civs and for all the players. Laurie in the East is going to have his main gold. The Aztec player is going to have main gold on the front. We do have rear gold and rear stone here, but this is wide open. A wide open base for the Aztec player is definitely trouble. Portuguese player has like a pretty standard looking base, but look at this. There's just nothing here. Soul just dropping the pride. Thank you very much.
Jay?
That's some sweet sample text there, Soul Soldier. Thank you very much. Thank God for caffeine. Both players luring in their board. No one blocking anybody's board or anything like that. We've got everybody with clean board lures, so no early lost vills. I'll go over the players' elos. Where's Lucas Dukas? Lucas Dukas is a 1698. Lori, I know for a fact, is like a 1400. Yeah, Lori's a 1403. We've got about a 250-ish elo, right? 300 elo split here. Do you know Red Bull Cola? We have Red Bull. Yeah, we got Red Bull. My friend drinks Monster Energy Zero, and I've had that a couple times, and it's pretty nice. I had a pick at caffeinated beverages. Iced tea's definitely up there for me, but I would probably go with an iced coffee, actually. It's usually either really expensive or impractical to get an iced coffee.
Quais são as vossas ordens? Sim.
That was so many words.
Ao seu dispor. Sim. Quais são as vossas ordens?
Jeez, the whole sentence. I try to avoid carbohydrates. You eat lots of protein, then you feel more full on less calories. You eat carbohydrates, you have lots of calories and feel less full.
Ok. But nay.
Okay.
Ok. J.
Laurie is on 21 pop. 20 bills. We made one militia. We have another one in queue. So this is going to be men-at-arms archers from the Aztec, I would guess. Portuguese militia line is just arriving now. Let's see what they can see. Laurie's going to pick up on that. Let's see if there's quick walls on the wood.
Bruh.
I'm not sure what Laurie was looking at, but it certainly wasn't his villagers on that wood line. And as Strode has pointed out, yeah, now you know it's a drush. Although it might not necessarily be a drush. You could be cleaning this up with your men-at-arms back at home right now. Now you're putting pressure on yourself to do damage. And as pointed out by someone in my chat, there's no wood for the lumber camp, so now you're mining these stupid straggler trees. Ooh, misplay from Lucas Dukas, losing the scout. And soaking some shots with those militia. The men-at-arms, meanwhile, from Laurie have taken a dive into the TC, but survive and will manage to go right into the wood line to pressure. No response from Lucas Dukas either. Quick walls are going to block in, possibly 2 vills. Man, we really needed some vill blocking there. We could have got 3 vills. I really feel like we could have got 3 vills in there. It can be tough when you got to click 5 different things and you're worrying about this at the same time. Militia are going to get in on this drush. Rewalled real quick by Laurie. Lucas Dukas not paying enough attention to those forward military units. Maybe focused a bit too much on quick walling out the man-at-arms from Laurie. Militia are going to work their way around the other side of the gold, and they're going to start pressuring that gold from this side. There's 2 weak vills in there. Laurie, meanwhile, pressuring the berries. Both players hitting each other simultaneously. Quick garrison from Laurie is going to wipe out that drush, I think. Yeah, that'll be it for the drush. Men-at-arms are still ticking, though. And we have a defensive archer out from Lucas Dukas. That's going to make things a bit more complicated for Laurie's push. Laurie did not follow this up with his own archer. Kept his archer defensive. I think he'd be better off trying to mass it rather than trying to send it forwards at this point. Manages to take down one of the archers with the men-at-arms. Getting a ton of value out of these things. And Lori thinking about adding another lumber camp. Lori, you don't even have 5 on this lumber camp. God. Or they're just pathing over there because there's no stragglers left. Yeah, they're just pathing over there because there's no stragglers. Lucas Dugas has a 3-villager lead in all Lori's really going to be able to do. I'm wondering what the worker efficiency for Lucas is looking pretty bad, though. All things considered. Still less worker idle time than Lori, though. Right? Or is that worker working time? I don't know what that bottom number is. The man-at-arms get in on the Oasis woodline. But Lucas is doing a good job finally wiping up these men-at-arms after all of that damage. Lori does not have what he needs to defend. We've got 4 archers. They're going forwards. 3 of them going forwards on the north side of Lucas Dugas's base.
Holy
Red Bull Lemon, Red Bull Mate Tea. Oh, really?
And we're going to repair it using Flex Shot.
Well, Flex Shot is not going to keep the archers from... Oh, okay, never mind. Yes, maybe it will. There's your Flex Shot right there. Flex Shot getting it done. The number below the worker efficiency shows the total combined working time of your villagers for the last minute. Ah, okay. Worker efficiency at last minute. I see now. I knew that it applied to the top. I didn't understand what it meant to the bottom exactly. I got you, Holy Elvis. Thank you very much. That was legitimately one of the only stats out of all of the stats in this that I had never really understood and didn't really care about. Right? These are all fairly straightforward. This is the only one I'm just kind of like, what is this number? I just ignored it. It's never been relevant. I've ignored it for 2 years. All TL now has to do is just sit back and don't lose any army. No, they don't. They have to send forwards their army to try and take out all of these villagers that are eating the eating all of this hunt unprotected. Lucas Dugas sent these crossbows forwards. I don't feel like we've gotten the value out of them we've needed so far, but we are going to get, now we are. 1 villager at least. 2 villagers. Lucas Dugas isn't dead, but, or pardon me, Lori isn't dead, but Lucas Dugas has definitely got him on the ropes. Lucas can kill the skirms. They don't have armor. Yeah, that requires micro. A lot of micro while you're handling your eco. That's hard. That's hard, Strode. I'd like to see you do that. Actually, I wouldn't. Stay out of my tournament. Oh, wait, he's in my tournament. Open ELO includes Strodes. Should have been open ELO except for Strodes. I should have put it right on the banner. Crossbow will kill them anyways. He's only got 8 of them left, though. He could have had a lot more. Like, he could be like 15 crossbows in a second. You are unranked? No, you're not. You're not unranked, Strode. Don't mess with me. We are what is it? 2.5, 3 minutes away from crossbows with Bodkin Arrow. Are we even going to need them? We're just sending another batch into our opponent's wide open base. And getting value. Like, this is all value. This is villagers not working. Not gathering. This is lack of resources in bank for upgrades at critical time. This is death. Red really needs another gold. Red needs to like take that gold and stop trying to. Or they needed to drop a tower on this gold way, way, way long ago. Like it's taken far too long for that. Lucas Dukas hits castle here. Laurie's about 55 seconds behind. How is the score so close? I'll take a peek at scouting for you, Strode. That's teal scouting. Yeah, red scouting is just better. Who said eagle spam needed eco? Well, he would need to be spamming eagles for it to be eagle spam. Oh, there is another barracks down over here. Okay, okay. Let's see if that's what ends up happening here. We've got 2 eagles in queue.
Sim, ao seu dispor.
Those were all the skirms. Yo, these crossbows have gotten quite amount of value. Yeah, we got enough eagles that we might be able to wipe this up in a minute. No, we gotta wait for upgrades. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Looking good for a second. They aren't even Eagle Warriors yet. Never mind +2 Eagle Warriors. These things are oh man. Laurie is on the ropes. Yo, Survivalist, how you doing? By the way. We could see a future where it was looking good. That's been my main takeaway from all of these like 300 elo gap games, Survivalist, is that every single time I look at the players, I'm like, man, they could have done look at the Vil count. Like, Laurie resigned a game where he feels like he's out. I mean, to be fair, it's 24 military to 6. Like, and he's had terrible worker efficiency for, like, forever. But still, like, your villager count is the same. You've done a good job keeping your villas. You made the right decision in making eagles. You just took a fight too early. You didn't get upgrades. And maybe you didn't drop a tower that you should have dropped. Right? Overall, GG, though. And we did get a little bit of rating in here. Now we got 3 vills out of 1 eagle. Hey, look at Laurie. Look at him go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 vills. Think about all the vills they got with these crossbows. Laurie, the game wasn't over. Couldn't afford Eagle Warrior or a Siege Workshop. Yeah, that was the death knell. You needed a tower here, and you needed a lumber camp here. It should have been a lumber camp and a tower because one tower protects both, right? And then he couldn't have dove at all. But yeah, well played. GG. We'll take a peek at the stats real quick before we move on. Where's our military? There we go. But yeah, the 28 kills to 17 is pretty rough to deal with. That's mostly I think that's a big chunk of that is the eagles dying at the end. Needed those eagles to not die. GG, well played. Addicted to selling stone. I'm back on the prowl for games. Back on the prowl for games for OnlyFans. How are you guys liking the background, by the way? The split smoke blue steamy thing that I've got going. Is it good? Or it looks stupid? My favorite part is the part in the middle where like the gray kind of seeps across. That was really hard to do. Like really, really, really hard to do. I had to pull out the OBS magics for that one. Co-host is Ellie4K. If you're wondering what this is the qualifiers for OnlyFans. Check. Yo, Voskarius, throw that up in the OnlyMans Discord, please and thank you. Yo, newbie, I am being slightly mean to everybody. Yo, Voskarius, what is your tournament name? Which set is yours? Oh, there it is. I got it. Never mind. Thank you for labeling it. So, up next, guys. We have Deyurenfu versus Voskarius is going to be coming up next. So, guys, I'm going to run to the bathroom and refill my water, and then we were going to cast this one, all right? So, give me like 5 minutes. I'll throw on some funky donkey. I love it. I'm going to do Aesop Rock song. Aesop Rock look stuff. Plus, the video Aesop Rock videos look so good overlaid, so we're going to do that. I'll be right back. That's the wrong thing. We want there. There we go. There we go.